Thank you for tuning in to the very first live KGSM-TV broadcast. I'm Reed Gregory, bringing you your weekly newscast. The new Overwatch team helped save the day in an unexpected way this past week by moving from the esports arena to the streets. The team was happy to do some community service this past week, and Griffin Media's own Darren Brinks brings us this package.
Recently, MWSU had a community service week that had groups of students helping out around Missouri Western. One of these groups was the MWSU Esports Overwatch varsity team. They spent a few hours cleaning up a highway, specifically I-29, and after only an hour of cleaning, you could easily tell the difference. Two of the participants, Jacob Coy and Cruz Vanderhorn, seemed really pleased with how they did on the service.
Last Friday, we went out to I-29 and Frederick Avenue. We, as in the Overwatch team, went out there, cleaned up all the trash out there. We made it look real nice. It's a good feeling being able to give back to the community. The community's done a lot for us and the program as a whole, so it's the least we can do is clean up some trash.
Honestly, I think it's good that any of the programs do it, but the fact that Missouri Western can do it and still have a smile on our faces while doing it shows that we can help our community while also adding something to it.
Big thanks to all the students who helped out during this week for community service. I'm Darren Brinks with Griffin Media, signing off.
While the Overwatch team sure was a sight to see, Mr. Ferris Joseph Toma has been performing in an entirely different way for many years. We're happy to bring you this mini documentary from our very own Jessica Stallard about his journey to the United States and much more.
Thousands apply for U.S. citizenship each year. As of December 1st, 2020, there will be an updated naturalization test. Immigrants will now have to answer 12 out of 20 questions right, but will have to study 128 questions. The naturalization test takes place during the interview with an officer, which is the fourth step out of 5 to become a U.S. citizen. The first step to become a U.S. citizen is to prepare Form N-400, the application for naturalization. The next step is to submit Form N-400 online or by mail. The next step is go to your biometrics appointment. Then you complete the interview and take the naturalization test. Then you take the oath of allegiance and you are a U.S. citizen. One of the first to take the current naturalization test back in 2007 was Ferris Joseph Toma from Baghdad, Iraq. Toma was born and raised in Baghdad and became a soldier in the Gulf War. Toma was then discharged at the end in 1991 and immediately moved to Jordan to get away from the war. 2 years later, he moved to Yemen, where he met his wife.
So I moved to Yemen, and then I stayed there for 6 years, and I was a music teacher at the church there. And I see her, I couldn't believe it, and I said, looked up, I said, you got to be kidding me. It was a funny moment and silly and just like, and then somehow I went to talk to her at the church. Then we went to the Lebanese restaurant there, first coffee, talking, and we kept chit-chat, and we liked each other, and then kept going about it, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
Both Toma and his wife moved to Kansas City, where she is from. After settling into his new home, Toma joined symphonies around the Kansas City area, like the St. Joseph Symphony and the Liberty Symphony. After joining these symphonies, Toma was contacted about playing for an artist at the Sprint Center. That artist being Stevie Wonder.
He said, but wait a minute, maybe you don't like to come with us. Let me tell you with who you're going to play. I said, with who I'm going to play? This must be, it should be good. There's no way. He said, you're going to play with the Stevie Wonder. I said, who? Are you kidding? I was eating my food, lunch, and my mouth stopped. That's the moment. I said, who? He said, Stevie Wonder. And I put my food down. I said, that's Stevie Wonder? He said, yes. Oh no. Yes, I'm coming. I just said like that. I said, you kidding? Yeah. because he said the way, maybe you don't like to come with us. I said, what? What are you talking about?
While playing with symphonies and many big artists, kings and queens, and dictators, Toma is also a music teacher for many instruments. On the day he became a citizen, he met Grace Wallace Toll, who became a violin student of his.
Super kind and energetic. He's the most kind person I think I've ever met from anybody. He's the kind of person, if you're ever having problems, he'll always hug you and be super sweet and whatnot, and he'll pray for you because he's also very religious and just very kind and caring. And yeah, he's never been angry at me for not practicing. He's been disappointed at times at me for not practicing as much as I should have been. And he's seen me cry a lot, but he's never been like, you know, angry. He's always very kind.
Appreciate every single moment here in the United States. It's my dreamland. And I want people to know that we don't regret about the freedom that you have. You have a really great opportunity to speak and you say your opinion.
For more information on naturalization, go to uscis.gov/citizenship. This is Jessica Stallard reporting for Griffin Media.
Coming up, our own Brianna Reed's going to come on and give us a look at what's happening here on campus.
A leading problem I've faced is a misunderstanding on the part of students of the importance of academic advising. They miss appointments. They don't make appointments. But what's most disappointing is when they come unprepared. Give me a student with a plan in their head, or better yet, on paper. We could talk about their interests, not just about their classes. We could discuss internships, classwork, grad programs. It would open the door to what advising is truly about.
Can I help you?
But instead, they come to me in a panic when they need to register because...
I need to talk to you. I was trying to register for my classes, but it wouldn't let me do it because I need my PIN, and I haven't had time to set up an advising, so I don't even know what classes I need to take, so I just signed up for a bunch of random ones, and I'm going to drop them later. So can I have my PIN real fast? Because I'm still logged into a computer in the lab. Am I interrupting?
Take ownership of your education. Make the most of your advisement by being proactive, punctual, and prepared. You'll open the door to more personalized attention and avoid costly setbacks. It's never too soon to begin planning your next steps at Missouri Western.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brianna Reed. There's a new club on campus that's smashing the competition. The Smash Bros Club is new and looking for new members. Our own Josh Pohl tells us more.
With a new arena comes a new home for the recently formed Super Smash Bros. Club. Super Smash Bros. Is one of the world's most popular fighting games, with a large roster of characters and modes, making for never-ending excitement.
My name is Derek Shields, and I'm president of the Smash Club. The reason I formed the Smash Club was because Missouri Western didn't have a Smash Club, and I decided it would be best to see if there's a scene around here and in the local St. Joe area. At the meetings, normally we just play games. We have 2 different days, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our Tuesdays is more for a competitive scene, and our Thursdays is more casual. Our membership, it's been kind of wonky. Towards the start there is very promising numbers. Then we kind of dipped down as the session or the school year or semester kind of went. But now I think we're getting numbers pretty steadily, at least. So the 25th of April, we plan on hosting another tournament that we're inviting our local St. Joseph scene and some students from Northwest to come. I can see it going 2 different ways. It's kind of a 2-part club. Our first part is more casually. We just want to invite people to come play a game because we really enjoy the game. And the second half, we really want to make a team that we can send on to tournaments and kind of sponsor solo players that way. And eventually maybe when colleges around start to open up after the pandemic, to make a collegiate team. We're interested if we have more people than we can afford, then we'll definitely do tryouts, but we would want to try to sponsor everybody. You don't even have to play the game to come. We like the interaction. We like showing people what we enjoy to do.
With the Smash Club being fairly new, the club is looking forward to more students attending the meetings, whether it be twice a week or once a month.
My name is Michael Benton, and I'm a digital animation major. A friend told me about it and gave me the contact information of the president, and I messaged him from there and I showed up. I've played the series since like Melee as a kid, but then like I played Brawl, but then I really got into it in like the Wii U version. I had a lot of Pokemon Trainer. Well, this is my second meeting in 2 months, so you know, I 2 months, like just getting like to know one character for a long time and just like fighting different people or just one person. I fight my roommate a lot, and so it's good practice to just play a lot and get to know one character really specifically.
Keep an eye out for upcoming events hosted by the Smash Club on Missouri Western's Griffin Gaming Discord, or by contacting Derek Shields. This is Josh Pohl reporting for Griffin News.
While the new club is reaching a new audience, Dr. Marianne Kunkel has been the advisor of Reach magazine for quite some time. We're happy to show you this package featured on her by our own Brene Tate.
Marianne Kunkel is an associate professor of creative writing and publishing. She has been at Missouri Western for 7 years.
I was so new. I had just left my PhD program, and this was my first job teaching at a university, and I was really excited. And I didn't know anything about really Missouri or St. Joseph. I didn't really know much about Missouri Western.
In addition to all that she has done for the English department, such as starting a podcast, a writing contest, and she's an advisor of the Creative Writing Club, Marianne is also a published author.
Yeah, so while I was here, I came in with a book, a smaller book called a chapbook, before I started at Missouri Western, and then while I was here, I wrote a book and got it published in fall 2018. It's called Hillary Made Up. It's poems from the perspectives of makeup, different makeup items to Hillary Clinton. And I wrote that kind of in a fever one summer, I think it was summer 2017 after the 2016 election. And was really pleased that a university press picked it up.
As 7 years has came and went, Marianne's time here at Missouri Western has come to an end as she embarks on a new journey.
So I'm going to be an English professor at Johnson County Community College, and I'm really excited to join their English department. It seems very vibrant and very well supported in terms of the administration there. In my interviews, I did speak a lot about, in general, like my enthusiasm for planning literary events and bringing authors to campus.
Considering everything Marianne has done for Missouri Western and its students, we will be very sad to see her go. I'm Brene Tate, reporting for Griffin Media.
Coming up after this break, Harry Loomis will be here to talk about all things sports related here at Missouri Western.
As fun as college is, it can be a really stressful time.
It's easy to feel alone.
Even in full classrooms, sometimes it still feels like you have no one.
It's especially easy to feel isolated during these crazy times.
It's hard to recognize the signs when you don't know them.
Don't be afraid to reach out and get help.
There are always ways to get help on campus.
The Counseling Center is always ready to work with you.
There's also lots of ways to get help off campus.
There are several different hotlines you can reach out to.
Make sure to check in on your friends and family.
Keep an eye out for the signs.
There's no shame in recognizing that you're struggling.
There's no shame in asking for help.
There is no shame in taking care of yourself.
You and your mental health are the priority.
See the signs. Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
I'd really encourage, if you need to talk to someone, reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Thank you for tuning into sports. I'm Harry Loomis. Softball wraps up the regular season this weekend. Let's go back to Tuesday, where the Griffins hosted Washburn. The game was scoreless up until the fourth inning, where Sydney Rader decided, you know what, pitchers can hit too. She gets a hold of this one, it gets out in a hurry, and the Griffins go up 2-0. Who needs a DH when you can go yard like that? Same inning, Sierra Culver shows bunt and smacks one up the middle for a 3-0 Griffin lead. Now on to the seventh inning, and the bases are loaded. Washburn really trying to mount a rally late. Rada gets the grounder, throws out at the plate, out of first, ring the bell, Griffins win 8-3. Soccer saw their season come to an end this weekend when they fell in the MIAA championship. Go Griffins sent us this package from Senior Day.
Oh, you rich man and the high above, all of those with and without love, all you burden, broken down.
And with this being the final show of the year, we wanted to get a senior athlete in to talk about just kind of what it feels like to be near graduation. So I'm very excited to be here with senior volleyball player Lindsay Hartline. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So obviously COVID kind of threw a wrench into everybody's plans this year. So especially being a fall sport, getting your season canceled, was there any real concern that you might not get any games in your last season?
Yeah, it was scary, especially as someone who's about to end my year. But once we got announced that we would have just a little bit of season, you know, that was enough for me, and I was so happy to have that.
So obviously graduation's next week. What's going to be the one thing you miss the most about just being a student, either student or athlete at Missouri Western?
I'm definitely going to miss all the friendships I have on my team. You make just lifelong friends and people you'll probably have in your wedding, like in your future. So something like that, you can't really trade for anything, you know.
Right, and do you have any plans starting out after college?
Yeah, I'm in the job search right now. I'm almost there at the end, so things are getting exciting and I'm ready to move on, you know?
Well, that's great. We wish you luck, and thank you for coming by and talking, and I want to personally thank you for all your work on the Griffin News this semester.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, well, that's it for sports, so we'll wrap up at the show after this.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this very first live broadcast.
Make sure to check out the Griffin News for all your campus updates.
We hope to see you here next semester on KGSM.